Have you ever wanted to write and publish your own book to hold it in your own hand? I'm Mila Johansson from Pen to Published, and I coach writing and publishing. In fact, I helped Steve, Irma, and Olivia put together their book, Heart Notes, as an example of what I do. And I'm so excited to be an official sponsor for the Sing Your Heart Song Summit in July. Right now, you're going to experience a speaker spotlight series. There are so many valuable speakers for you to get to know before they do their presentation. Don't just watch, join the conversation in chat.
The Sing Your Heart Song Speaker Spotlight featuring Kathryn Yarborough. Kathryn Yarborough is a vibrant speaker coach and manifesting clients mentor for women entrepreneurs. She teaches you how to be engaging, expressive, and impactful. Work with Kathryn when you want to be the fullest expression of yourself, to speak vibrantly, manifest clients, grow the business that your hearts long for, and be in love with life. For more information, please visit www.manifestingclientsacademy.com. Mark your calendars. Kathryn will be presenting on day 3 of our summit, sharing your heart song and encouraging you to be authentically vibrant. Be vibrant, love life, says Kathryn. And she encourages you to keep moving forward, which is also the title for a book, A Guide for the On-Purpose Solopreneur. Aren't you just loving life, Seth?
I am loving life.
Awesome.
And I love this season of life that we're in right now, with the birds chirping outside and the sun shining and the grass is green and trees are green.
Yes, there's something to be said. I mean, we are celebrating our summer solstice this week. And so it's a very exciting, vibrant time to be in. And I agree with you. Like, summer is my favorite season. Although living in Florida, it's like summer year round. So, it's so different when I used to only have summers for like 3 months of the year living in Boston.
For sure. I really like the different seasons of the year. And I have to be honest that my favorite seasons are actually spring and fall. But I am learning. Winter was my least favorite. And I'm even learning to appreciate winter.
Yep. There's a time and a season for everything. Yep.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Wonderful. Well, good morning, good evening, wherever you are, to all of you who are tuning in. This is a continuation of our Speaker Spotlight series for the Sing Your Heart Song Summit. It is a chance for you to preview our amazing speaker lineup. And we are so excited to have Kathryn Yarborough come join us. She is a repeat offender. She's been on our summit before. So we are so excited to see her grow with us through the Sing Your Heart Song Summit, and we're so excited to have her come back to us. So drop us a comment, say hello, let us know where you're coming from, let us know your favorite season, and join in the conversation. So excellent. So without further ado, we are going to bring up Kathryn Yarborough. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Big, vibrant welcome. Ta-da!
Yay!
Yay!
Oh my goodness, how fun.
Welcome, Kathryn.
Thank you, Olivia. Happy to be here with you too. Two fun, favorite people for me to be here.
Likewise. And love the work that you're doing, Kathryn. And I am fortunate to have been one of the beneficiaries of what you're doing. And it's awesome to be to learn to speak with my body. There's not this disconnect, like, chopped up.
You know, Steph, I am so happy every time I see you use gestures like you just did twice. I'm like, we did it. And to see you do it in a way that you're not thinking, you're letting the words just come out, because I know it's a practice. What the work we did started something and broke you free from how you used to be, and now you're so much at times more spontaneous and letting your body come through. I love it. So anyway, you make me happy to see that.
Can you speak with your body just from sitting, or is this like only for standing up?
Oh no, absolutely. We speak with our body when we're sitting, when we're standing. So I work with people whether they're going to be presenting on video like this, or if they're going to be standing up in front of a room with hundreds of people. It doesn't matter, because we're in our bodies all the time. Now, people may not realize that when they're speaking on video, that it's very helpful for them to be present in their bodies and sharing their unique vibration through their face, through their torso, through their gestures, through their whole being. But absolutely, Olivia, we need more people who are awake in their bodies, letting life force flow through them when they speak on video, because we've got more and more of that happening.
Olivia, one of the benefits of being in a Toastmasters club with Kathryn is that yesterday Kathryn did a presentation in our club where she talked about, speaking with your body and being more of a vibrant speaker. And my takeaway from that was she shared a 2-minute video with us and just spoke about just how this part of our body can say so much. When we're in this little Zoom room, we only have so much room to operate in. I mean, we can move back and do different things, but even just our head, whether we're, tilting or just the expressions on our face or whatever, that there's so much being said beyond what is being voiced.
Exactly. You got it, Steph. Thank you for listening. Mm-hmm.
And Kathryn is a master at this stuff. I mean, she is even just your face is always so expressive. It's awesome to watch.
I'm curious too, Kathryn, and how is it that you got involved in this line of work? Like, what is it in your background or career that led you down this path?
Well, what happened is when I was growing up back in my 20s, I went to graduate school for dance. I got a Master of Fine Arts in Dance. And while I was there, I had an awakening experience, a spiritual experience, and a download that came with it that basically said to me, what we humans need to do in order to be healthy, to love life, to feel good, is to integrate our bodies, our physical self, with our heart or emotional self, with our mind or our thoughts. And now, of course, and that was 30 years ago, before we knew a whole lot about holistic stuff and wellness and all of that. Before that, that was right at the beginning of that stage in our knowledge as humans. And I got this download and I didn't know what to do with it, but I knew it mattered and it felt like it was my purpose. When I was in my 30s, I got to go back to school and became a dance movement therapist and started practicing, but it wasn't exactly it. The people who I got to work with in a hospital setting, and then after that in a private practice, they needed something else. They needed more, love, just being with them, and maybe using movement here and there, but they weren't quite at a place where integrating their body, mind, and emotions even made sense in the way that I felt like was that download. So fast forward, life happened. I kind of let that purpose go. And then I started on my path. As Steph mentioned, I'm in Toastmasters. I'm committed to becoming the best speaker that I can be. And what I was noticing over the last, definitely the last couple of years, is I've been on tons of Zoom rooms, is that some people, when they speak like this, and they don't move their face and they don't use gestures. And in some cases, they don't change their voice. And it would just hurt my heart because I knew that there was another way to be. I knew that they weren't letting life force flow through. And I finally realized it was because they were conditioned either from childhood or from corporate America to be disconnected, to have a body, mind, emotion split, or to suppress that vibrancy. So in this past December in 2021, when I got another aha moment and I realized that in fact, all that's needed is for people to reconnect body, mind, and emotions and reclaim the full range of expression, that I could help people. And I started, and Steph was willing. I said, Steph, would you be willing to try out this program? And he said, yes. He was my guinea pig. And then I've sold the program. So 11 people have gotten it. And I've been doing the work and learning how to do it and finding, for some people, it is truly transformative. And it's super exciting work. It's helping people break free from that conditioning that holds them back, whether it's through their speaking or just in life. And it's supporting people in becoming the great speakers or moving in that direction that they really want to be. So that's what got me here.
That's a write-it-downer. So I hope all of you watching are taking excellent notes. And here's a tip for you. Let your life force flow through. I love that. That's such a powerful statement, Kathryn.
Mm-hmm.
And, you bring up this notion. I mean, like, we come across reserved and polite and respectful, right? Isn't that what we're taught?
That's what it can look like, is reserved, respectful, but it can come across when someone's speaking as boring
and disconnected, that you hear the words, but you don't get the full experience because the person speaking isn't sharing the fullness of themselves. And there's different levels of that. There's the intellectual level, which, I was a walking brain for most of my life. And then I started getting in touch with my heart. And, that made a huge difference. And one of the reasons I do the work that I do, and we have the, Sing Your Heart Song Summit and so forth, is because I realized just how important, getting in touch with that emotional side of ourselves and not being afraid of it, embracing it. And then secondly, and thank you for guiding me to this evolution, Kathryn. I love the way that, the work that we do, we benefit from it as well as benefit others, that it's this mutually supportive and mutually collaborative and synergistic experience that, it's really together we rise. So doing the work that I did with you, helped me to get in touch with, this body of mine, rather than having the disconnect that I had between my head and my heart. I had that connection, but I did not have the connection of being able to express myself. I was while I was not afraid of experiencing the emotions that I had, I was terrified of letting other people experience the emotions that I had, because they'd see. I gave a speech this year where I spoke about the madman and the Zen man. The Zen man being the chilled, respectful, polite, whatever, always together person. And it wasn't nearly as engaging being in that space. And I really, really appreciate and value that aspect. But when I actually started to express myself and to let people know that I was, infuriated with the Google Maps guide, or, trying to navigate through town on a snowy evening or whatever, the response that I got from my audience was so different than when I, just came from the Zen place. And that's not to deride or because there's incredible power that comes from that Zen place as well. But people don't experience it because we're not sharing the fullness of ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. It's so exciting. Hmm. I love this work. And can I talk about my heart song and heart song stuff now?
Yes,
So,
please.
so one of the things that I have just been really grateful about your summit, I had a chance to be on the summit last time you did it, and I get to be on the summit again in July, and I'm excited about it, is this whole theme of heart song. I hadn't thought about it, but it was so serendipitous that I started this work right around the time you invited me to be on your summit, because when I see people go through this transformation from the disconnect, from not being the fullest expression of themselves, to opening up to that life force flowing, to opening up to stepping out fully, my heart sings. It truly does this, like, it's amazing to me, the good feeling that I have, and the possibility, as I move forward with my business. I'm in this stage of letting people know about the work and promoting it and inviting people in, and not everybody is ready to do it. Not everybody thinks they need it. Not everybody wants to do it. So I have to do my marketing in a way that will invite people in order for me to actually have this experience. And the idea of that not happening just makes me sad. So I want my heart to sing even more. And where did Olivia go? I don't see her. I miss her.
Oh, yeah, me too. I
there's
don't know.
Olivia.
There she is. There she is.
Where'd it go? So anyhow, that's what I'm love the heart song idea and experience. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Kathryn, we've got you down for day 3 under the theme of sharing your heart song. And I think this is particularly serendipitous as well. You're going to be talking to us a little bit about how to be authentically vibrant to now attract clients true to us. Can you touch upon a few talking points that you may have?
Yes, I'll be happy to. So here's the thing that I think really matters when it comes to attracting clients and this idea of being authentically vibrant. When you are authentically vibrant, your unique vibration, your essence, which is vibratory at its core, emanates from you. People are able to feel who you are as you speak. And what happens is, if you've put together a presentation of any kind that actually engages your people and they're interested in it, if your vibration is coming out, which happens when you're authentically vibrant and you've broken free and that energy is flowing, your people in the room will feel it. And they're going to want to hang out with you. They're going to want to spend more time with you. They're going to want to find out how they can work with you, and you will attract your clients. In fact, last month, I started doing Facebook Lives more intentionally. And within a couple of weeks, I had someone who went to my website, saw the Speak With Your Body program, scheduled a complimentary consultation, and we talked, and she was practically already in. We had never talked before. And this is at the time, $900 package, $897. I mean, that's a big that's not a little sum of money to just hand over to a practical stranger. And because I was being authentically vibrant and being what she wants to step into more, which is what happens when we're doing this, when we're sharing who we truly are, people want it. People want who you are. Your people want to spend more time with you, whatever that means for you and your services. Does that make sense?
I love that. I love that so much, because there's no strife in trying to chase after someone. You're just naturally attracting them because of your vibrational energy. I mean, that is just so wonderful to know and think about.
Yes, That's the world I want all of my clients to create for themselves. That they put themselves out there enough that their people can find them and they just come into their world. I mean, there's pieces. You got to put it in place. I needed a website. Right.
You know, I'm looking at the path to your Facebook group, and Kathryn and I go back a number of years. And when I first started out in this world, Kathryn had I think it was a heart-based entrepreneur Facebook group, and I had the heart-centered entrepreneur Facebook group. And we each have gone through several iterations of who we are and how we're connecting with people and the community we're building and so forth. You know, and one of the things that I get from your current Facebook group and the path to that is just, while when I was first introduced to you, there was a heart-based element of it, but for me now, even that is more fully expressed in the vibrant entrepreneur living life aspect, that not only are you attracting more people that want to express themselves more fully, but you are also expressing yourself more fully, that there's more Kathryn to experience than there once was.
May that be the truth, and may it continue to be the case. A few years ago, so in my book, which you did mention in the beginning, I'll just speak to this, Keep Moving Forward. I talk about 5 steps to grow your on-purpose business. The first step is to have a vision that excites you. And a few years ago, I didn't have all the pieces to my business. I think I might be close right now. But at the time, I knew that I wanted to feel successful and to be successful. And that was part of my vision. But I also knew that future me, who I wanted to be, was being the fullest expression of herself. I could feel that inside of me. This was before last December, when I became a vibrant entrepreneur. It's about 3 years ago. And I started to write a new story. It's part of the tools that I use that you can learn about and keep moving forward. And anyhow, it's a new story process that helps you to create the future that you want to live into. You just start with a statement, an affirmation of what you want to experience, add "and this means," and then you paint a picture as if it's happening in the present moment. For example, back then I wrote a new story that said, I am being the fullest expression of myself. And this means that I'm speaking and I'm letting my whole self show up, that I am being seen, I'm being heard. And so I started to paint the picture of what it really means for me to be the fullest expression of myself. And I don't think I'm totally there yet, Steph. So you're going to see more of me in the future. I may be 90% there, 85 to 90% there. I need to show up even more in the world, I think.
You know, I actually find that really exciting, that, you know, there was a time when I felt like I'd hit the brick wall, and I've grown as much as I could grow in the career that I was in. And this was back in corporate accounting days. And it was so discouraging, so depressing that, you know, it's like, this is as good as it gets. And it's like, this is as good as it gets. What the heck? You know, and now, you know, it's like the fact that there's that 15% or 10% gap between where you are right now and where you ultimately want to be. That's actually really kind of exciting, because there's that discovery, that evolution, that expression that is still emerging. You know, the Kathryn that we know today is not the same Kathryn that we knew, you know, a few years ago. It's not the same Kathryn that we're going to know in another few years. You know, and I think that's just so exciting and cool.
Yeah, hallelujah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hallelujah indeed.
Raise that roof.
And what a privilege it is to be able to see you on this journey, Kathryn, and to be able to witness that as well too, and be inspired ourselves, right? To be more vibrant. And I love the picture that you chose for the video intro of you swimming, because I think that's when you're your most vibrant. I know that you love to swim, right? Is that your happy place?
Well, you know, it's really interesting that you say that, Olivia, because there's the experience of being with other people and being authentically vibrant, of really sharing ourselves with other people. And then there's the experience of being alone and loving life and being vibrant. And sometimes I feel a split. If I'm really honest with folks, I feel like when I'm in the world, especially if I'm speaking in a setting like this, something happens to me and I just awaken and share this, like, it's part of my personality. And not everybody has that. So when I work with clients who want to be more authentically vibrant, it's about them finding their, whatever that is that wants to come out when they're speaking. And when I'm alone, I am quiet. I am often serious, less playful. And that's interesting for me that happens. However, when I'm in the pool, I told you before we started, I'll talk to the trees. So I have conversations with the trees. I talk to myself. I love to be by myself in the pool, but I'll also dance in the pool. And sometimes that expression, dance like no one's watching. Well, there I am in the pool. I'll even sometimes sing a little bit, and I'm not a very good singer. But make music to my dancing sometimes. And it's a glorious experience. But it's different. It's different than the experience of being here with y'all talking. And I find that interesting. Like, who are we when we're by ourselves? Who are we when we're with our close family or friends? Who are we when we're on the stage?
And I love that flexibility that you are talking about, in that, being authentically vibrant isn't, being, I don't know, who am I? Anyway, some of these comedians or dancers or speakers who are like 100% all the time. And you made a point yesterday in your presentation about that vibrancy it's not, if you're 100%, just going out there the whole time, there isn't actually much vibrancy there, because there's no amplitude. It's just boom, and it might be boom up here rather than down here, but it's still, there's no modulation going on. And, so we have the moments in the pool, where we're, by ourselves and, dancing and singing and so forth. And, it might be a very different expression than when you're on a stage and, and really emphasizing who you are and what you're trying to say and who you are being. But there's room for both, and honestly, it's, being the non-binary person that I am, that it's not just here and here, but there's that whole spectrum in between.
Yeah, absolutely. Being human, the whole spectrum. Mm-hmm.
And speaking of spectrum, I love the work that you do, Kathryn, because it touches upon like all these multiple intelligences that we have, right? Mm-hmm. It's not just through the words, but it can be through physical expressions, kinesthetic movement, your body, and now we have auditory. I mean, I love the sound effects that you're introducing. I'm compelled to really like tune in today to see like what is, when my heart sings, what that sound might be, and that might be a fun exercise that we introduce at the summit. When your heart sings, what is that sound? Can you do yours again? Just
yes, it feels like yeah, it's just a good yeah, I mean, yeah, it's delicious. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
I can see it now, whole soundtrack.
Yeah, right. This whole orchestra of heart songs emanating.
Right, emanating a beautiful melody, and we're all in harmony.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Mm-hmm.
We'll have to come up with a workshop for that.
Right? I need a vocal artist for me. So any of you who are watching, if you know of someone that knows someone that does voiceovers or vocal work that can lead us through tuning, right, our heartstrings, that would be amazing. I I want to talk a bit about your book too, about how it's the on purpose guide for the solopreneur. Can you talk a little bit about what that's like, being a solopreneur, and what the challenges and the benefits are from that? Because I think, you witness Irma and Steph and I working together, and you're like, wow, like, how is that possible that, people can come together and collaborate, because you've been traditionally a solopreneur. So touch upon that a little bit for us.
Yeah, so I love being a solopreneur, and I do collaborate with Jenny Robertson of the On Purpose Woman Global Community. We've put together the beautiful On Purpose Woman magazine. I am a facilitator at some of her events, and we do a lot together. So I do know the path of a collaborator, but she and I didn't start collaborating until after we'd known each other for at least 16 years. So to just come together with almost strangers and start working together, that is not happening for me anytime soon, probably. But you never know. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. For me, the path of a solopreneur, and in fact, I kind of see the three of y'all as solopreneurs who are collaborating right now, whether or not you create a small business together. And if you have, I don't know about it, that's a whole other thing. And I personally love, as a solopreneur, I get to decide what I'm going to do. It's all on me, and it's great in a lot of ways. I don't have anybody to be accountable to. Nobody cares whether or not I show up or not, except for my clients. And whereas when you open up to a small business, you've got employees and they're counting on you to keep showing up. It turns into a other level. On the other hand, when you have a small business, your income, your gross revenue can really increase if you create it right. But a solopreneur experience, you don't have to pay other people, so you don't have to make as much money to be profitable. It really depends on the person, which path is right for them. And then you've got the collaborative type of thing like y'all have created, and having to negotiate and have conversations and work all the details out. Yeah, you gotta be willing for the benefits of the collaboration to want those benefits enough to work through the challenges, in my opinion.
Yes. You make a good point that, in fact, in my Facebook group today, I talked about, the collaborations that I'm involved in, and how much I really enjoy doing that type of thing. But I also really enjoy doing my own thing that it's not, again, it's not either or, it's yes and. That I can be the solopreneur that I want to be, and I can work with, all the presenters in the summit. I can work with Olivia and Irma and, do some cool things. I can, do, Olivia and I are also involved in a workshop that'll be happening this weekend, and it's just different people coming together and creating things. And it's exciting to see what might happen. And it can be, as a solopreneur, we get to decide what that looks like. How much collaboration do I want to do? Do I want it all to be me, where I'm doing everything on my own? And for some people that's what they want to be doing. And for other people, they want to be doing things like the On Purpose Woman magazine and the different events and so forth that go like that. And then, for me, I really enjoy working with Olivia and Irma because they each complement the skills that I have, that I can. Olivia has brought me out in so many ways on doing these spotlights and so many other things that I was holding back in so many ways. And it's awesome to have that energy that happens working with other people.
Absolutely.
So I can imagine, everything takes practice. So what is one exercise you can share with us, Kathryn, to maybe unleash some of that life force? What is it that we can do today?
A very simple thing that we all need to practice is breath work. No matter what, breath work will open up your life force. So just closing your eyes, bringing your awareness to your breath, feeling the breath come in, feeling the breath go out, Every time you do that, you're opening up the flow of life force. Simple.
Oh, wow. Amazing. And you just, I mean, I just felt so calm now, because when I'm on these lives, it's a lot of frenetic energy, right? Like, I got to do the captions, got to spotlight you, I got to do this, I got to do the timestamps. And so I really appreciate that. I think you just intuitively picked it up that I needed that, Kathryn.
Right. I'll tell you, breath work, it's a healing modality. It calms us down. It opens up life force so that we can be authentically vibrant spirit. It is the most free, amazing gift that we have available to us. I cannot speak more highly of breath than, yeah. Anyhow, so good. Yay.
One of the things that I find fascinating about breath work is it's happening all the time. As long as we're alive, it's happening. And yet, how often do we take a moment, just like we just did, in order to really experience that part of being vibrant is sometimes the stillness of just noticing our breath circulating, the inhalation, the exhalation, and the incredible gift that is for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Be present. And if you want to be an authentically vibrant speaker who attracts clients, being present is part of the experience. We can't be authentically vibrant, allowing that life force to flow through, allowing the movement to come to us and through us and out of us, and the facial changes without being present, because part of the experience is actually feeling and sensing your experience.
Excellent.
Fantastic. What a delightful conversation this morning. Thank you so much, Kathryn, for your time. Thank you to all of you for tuning in and watching the Speaker Spotlight. If you're catching this on replay, #replay. And remember, register today for the SingYourHeartSongSummit.com. So the link is below. Please get in touch with Kathryn. This is her website right here. So you can visit ManifestingClientsAcademy.com. And also check out the Facebook group. This is an open Facebook group, so you can join and you can see some of the videos that Kathryn has been talking about today. So I encourage you to join this Facebook group. And also she is on LinkedIn, so connect with her on LinkedIn as well. Let her know, send her a message, and that you saw her on this live stream of the Speaker Spotlight. I'm just going to do something a little bit different. I want to take you to Amazon so you can see Kathryn's books. I'm going to share my screen right now. So we have to learn to use all these tools that's available, right? All right, so I'm going to share my screen. I pulled it up so that way you can all check this book out on Amazon. It's available. So Keep Moving Forward, A Guide for the On Purpose Solopreneur by Kathryn Yarborough. You can get the Kindle or paperback version. And look, it's on sale today. So
Wow.
So go ahead, grab this book today and let Kathryn know. Take a picture. This is something that's really neat. So when you buy a book from an author or a speaker, right, take a picture. Take a picture of it, post it on social media, read an excerpt, tell them what you liked or didn't like, or have some commentary about the book, and that can be your social media post. So easy peasy. So that is your task for the day. But it's a great book. Kathryn has generously given it away at our summit, to some lucky recipients, attendees. And so they have loved this book, and it's available for you too on Amazon. So go ahead and grab it. With that being said, thank you so much, Kathryn. So appreciate you being here today.
Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Steph.
Such a pleasure.
Bye, Kathryn.
Bye.
Excellent. Woohoo! I love our presenters. They each
Absolutely.
bring their own unique vibratory essence.
Yes, authentically vibrant.
And it's so awesome. It's really awesome to be able to see how they've grown and develop new programs or create new programs as a result of being part of the summit.
Yes. Pretty
Excellent.
exciting. And to see the relationships that emerge from the summit. That we've heard many times of presenters and attendees who are now off doing work together, and it's exciting to see what can happen when we bring these life forces together.
Indeed, exactly. I'll share with you an example. I mean, I got to meet Kathryn even before the summit at Emily Scholl's Draw Your Way to Abundance Money workshop.
Mm,
And I didn't know at the time that you had, recruited her to be part of the summit. And so that was a lot of fun to be able to do that workshop with her and then be in collaboration with Emily Scholl for that. So, but yeah,
excellent.
we're all interconnected. We find ways to lift each other up. And that's also another big benefit of being part of the Senior Heart Song Summit.
Absolutely.
All right, Steph, well, have a wonderful day and we'll see y'all next time. Bye for now.